Hey everybody, it's Sean here with Blue Cow Creative, doing Facebook Live here. Want to talk to you about lead conversion. And I'm just here working in our office here this afternoon. It's hot and humid outside, inside here, not too bad. Beautiful Nova Scotia. And what I'm working on some automation here with a client. And it's a lead capture campaign that's in place. So I'm just doing some work on that. And I just thought, you know what? Maybe I should explain to people the potential behind lead nurture, lead capture, and what you're really missing out if you don't have something like this in place on your website. So let's try to visualize this. Just think about your website as a physical business. Now, if you spend a lot of money doing some advertising, saying, hey, come on out to my place of business. We got a great sale coming on. And people come there and the door's locked or there's nothing for them to buy. You're really wasting a lot of money. Now, your website is exactly the same way. Your website needs to be treated like a physical entity. And we spend a lot of time driving people to our website, and unfortunately, there's not really a lot for people to do once they get there. So what you need to do is you need to have something what we call a lead magnet. Now this could be anything for free. It could be, I don't have anything around here, but it could be a physical book. Here, let me grab something here and show you. If I can find it. It's in here, lovely many pouches. There we go. So, back in the day, probably 4 or 5 years ago, I wrote this book here, The Guide to Understanding Your Social Potential. And what this was a great lead magnet for me. Now, I had printed copies, and what I did is on my website, using my Infusionsoft account, I asked people to get a free copy of the book if they just cover the cost of shipping it out to them. And it was just, I think it was like $1 or something. So, we charged $2 and we were able to mail this out. Absolutely break even, kind of like a loss leader too, if I wanted to put my time in it. But it got a physical product out to somebody to read, understand the knowledge that we had and we offered, and then they passed it on. And a lot of people read this cover to cover because they replied after the fact. But a lead magnet could be a coupon if you're in a retail business. It could be a free video training, ebook, a physical book. It could be a membership. It could be a ton of different things. And I bet you if you think about your business, there's a lot of potential things that you could offer for free. Now, the offer needs to be of significant value because if somebody's going to give you their contact information in exchange for it, they need to feel that the value is actually there. And one of the things you want to avoid is trying to ask for a lot of information when you first get somebody onto your website into that lead magnet funnel. You just really ultimately need, their email address if you're going to email them something. It's nice to have a first name, but if you're getting into asking people for their phone number, you're kind of implying that you're going to call them. So what you need to do is think about this in steps. Just think about like dating when you meet somebody. You're not going to go and marry them after the first date or even before the first date. It just doesn't make any sense. So what you're going to do is you're going to offer them something for free, kind of low obligation, no obligation. Give your email. They can opt out at any time. Now you're going to have a system in place like Infusionsoft, which we are a certified partner for. To do that, we can help you do it. But you need a system in place to deliver this. And you deliver on that, you provide great value, they see it. Now you need to go to the next step. Either you're going to provide them something else for free, if that's the way you want to go, and you're going to slowly build the amount of value up. And value, I don't exactly mean that it has to be value in the sense of dollar value. We, in marketing, look at perceived value. So what does this prospect perceive the value of this thing or item that they opted in for? So here's a prime example. You give away something for free, and then maybe you've got a low dollar offer, and that could be, get a book, cover the cost. Maybe it's $2, $3, $4, or $5. I just bought a book right here from Frank Kern. So here's a book. I paid $5.95 US for it, covered the cost of shipping. It's nice, glossy, printed here, and it got mailed out to me. So that was great. But something actually happens when somebody goes from just a prospect, just checking out who you are, to actually buying a physical product and pulling out their debit card, their credit card, whatever it is, and making that purchase. They feel more invested in what you do, and they're going to listen to you a lot more when they do that. Now, from you, excuse me, I got a bit of a hiccups here, but what you're going to do is you're going to talk to them differently once they become a customer. And once they become a customer, it's so much easier to then sell them the next product. Now, you got to have a really good product. You're not going to sell some crappy products out there, but you really got to then work them through your product line. So you got this low tripwire offer is what we call it. You know, getting somebody to buy, become a conversion, give them, deliver upon that, provide great value. But then you're going to move to the next step. So maybe, let's say in my case, I'd sell the book, and then maybe I want to put on a series of workshops in some different communities and get people in the room, physical bums in the seats, people who can come and take in a longer version of the advice and the work that I do. So maybe I'm going to reach out to them and try to sell them a ticket for a live workshop. You know, that could be the next progression. And then from there, I could go right into our done-for-you services. So whether it's video production, online marketing, those kind of things, or it could be even the highest level product, which is our consulting services, where we're meeting with you, we're talking about what are your challenges and giving you some advice and helping you implement certain things for you. And a lot of that kind of plays into the done-for-you stuff as well. So that would be a natural progression with that. Now, if you're in the retail business, how do you do this? Well, if you think of some of the guys that do this great, guys or gals, that do this great, Michaels is a great one. There's always a coupon on their website you can opt in to get. Now, what you're opting into is their newsletter. You've given them permission to email you about upcoming sales and promotions, but there's always a coupon. So if you're in that physical space and you want to give coupons, here's some tips. Get somebody to come and opt in for that coupon. But when they come to your store with that coupon, give them a coupon back. Okay? This is a great way to get them coming back. Now you can also do it by just emailing out new coupons each month, but give them something physical to come back. And one great way would be is do your main coupon that's valid for the first half of the month. And if they come in that time period, they get a coupon that's valid for the second half of the month. And then once the next month starts, it's an online coupon for the first 15. So you're going to get that recurrence model happening in your business. So all this wrapped up is you need to initially capture that lead in the beginning through a lead magnet. This is getting somebody to opt in. Now, if this sounds to you like, hey, you know what, I got nothing in place. You know, I've got all this traffic coming to my website and, not really making any sales. It's because there's nothing enticing there for them to opt in and communicate for you to nurture with them. So if you'd like to talk more about that, go to our website, bluecowcreative.ca. On the top right-hand corner, it says book, meeting, book now. I can't remember exactly what it says. But in that, when you click on it, there's going to be a 15-minute phone call option. So you can book a 15-minute phone call with me, and we can discuss some of the options that are available to you. It's going to be no cost. It's basically your chance to ask me the questions that you want answers to, and for me to give you the best advice possible. If we end up working in the end, great. If we don't, no problem. I've answered some of your questions. So thanks for watching our Facebook Live. It's now time. My break's over. It's time to get back to doing some more work. All right, have a great afternoon, and if you're in somewhere that's nice, hot, and sunny, enjoy the weather. We'll talk to you soon.